What's up? This is Mike Diamond, Mike D, and I feel optimistically uncertain about being Conan O'Brien's friend.
I'm Adam Horovitz. Hi, my name is Adam Horovitz. That's what it says on the paper. AKA Ad Rock of the Beastie Boys, or just Beastie Boys. And I feel, I don't know, I feel like I'd be kind of bullshitting if I said, I mean, we've met before, but I certainly would like to be, but I'm not yet friends with Conan O'Brien.
You're saying you're okay with the idea of us being friends?
No, I mean, yeah, I have enough friends. Is that bad?
It's kind of like I'm trying to sell you a Kia.
I have a Kia.
A used Kia that's not in great shape.
I have a used Kia that's not in great shape.
You have okay, so
yeah,
but that would mean you wouldn't want another one.
No.
What about
See, that's the problem.
I'm trying to go
How
a little
did I know
higher.
you had a Kia? I just knew it.
I just like dirty Kia. That's me.
When you say dirty, is there just a lot of crud inside the car?
So gross.
Can I interject here?
Sure, Mike.
Please,
sure.
and you don't even have to ask.
It's
You
disgusting. It's like literally disgusting. Like old, caked up like old cereal and stuff inside. It's
I don't
gross.
eat cereal in my car. I'm not an
Well,
animal.
what is all that food crap?
There's
in there?
other
It's
food, but I
disgusting.
don't like. I don't go to my car with a bowl of cereal.
Guys, I was just back in Boston, and my older brother Neil, I went for a ride in his car. It's the dirtiest car I've seen. It had just crud caked on the inside, and at one point, there's a little panel that if you push, it opens up. It's not the glove compartment, but it's just for, I don't know, just some Tic Tacs, whatever you might want. I pushed on it, opened up, maybe 19 packets of ketchup from a fast food restaurant. And I said, what the fuck? And he went, it's nice. If you need ketchup, it's right there. And they're free when you go through a drive-through.
Yeah.
So is this the kind of animal you are?
Can we like move on from this? For me? I mean, jeez, you guys.
Okay, so
How
you
was
guys
your
are,
day so far?
So good. Can't complain.
Huh?
Yeah, got some ketchup
You're right.
packets.
We have
good.
more important things
Yeah.
to talk about. We have met. You guys performed on my show in the past. You did an interview. I remember bumping into you a couple of times in New York. I was always super happy because I was a big fan of the music, but I also always found you guys, Beastie Boys, really funny. And that was in the music, it was in the videos, and I always thought that was kind of integral to what you were doing. Am I correct about that?
Yeah.
We talk about it, and I feel like actually it's a thing that I don't know. This is maybe dangerous territory here, but I think there's a lot of our audience that doesn't get that or hasn't at different points, different junctures over time.
I don't see how that's possible because from the very beginning, when you guys first hit the scene, I remember thinking they're funny. Like your early videos, and this is years before I got a late night show. I remember thinking these are funny guys. They're New York funny. There's a quickness to them, and also there's a satirical edge to them right away. And I love the music, and I know we're here to talk about. It's 30 years since Ill Communication, which, by the way, I've been listening to in anticipation of you guys coming up and listening to it over and over again. Still holds up. Brilliant work. But even when I listen to that, I can hear the sense of humor in there. And am I wrong? It feels very New York.
Well, yeah, we're from New York.
From New York.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's all the time we have. This is called Where
We've
People Are
established.
From.
We've established
Good
that.
at this.
All I do is geolocate people, and then we kind of
Then
wrap it
that's
up. But New
Thanks,
York,
guys.
we have
Thanks.
it.
Okay.
Blay, send this off to the printer.
No
So the
problem.
guy who doesn't know how a podcast works.
Yeah, no, I we met in high school. We were friends. We've just been friends this whole time. And what do you do with your friends? You just have, you're supposed to just have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we kind of, when we were, in high school making music, it was fun. And so we figured we'd just go with that.
Yeah, but could I add on?
You don't need to
a
ask
little
permission.
something?
You can
Rather
just
than-
go.
No, I do because
Sir,
otherwise,
may I interject?
you don't understand. Like otherwise, he's gonna be like, Mike, I was speaking here. So like by me
I feel like I said
asking
it, but
permission, it's
All right.
I'm like I'm taking
maybe I
that
do need new
away
friends.
from happening.
That's why I'm here. because Mike is a pain in the ass.
Oh my God. I asked to do this by
Jesus.
myself. You know?
Yeah. No, but I think like we grew up at a certain time also in New York where it was like, we come, Adam and I, anyway, Yauk was an only child, but we come from families. So I think like there's this necessity when you're like at a New York City table, read culturally Jewish table where everybody is speaking on top of each other. Like you kind of have to figure out how to be funny to survive. Otherwise, it's just your way.
That is your
dealing with the world. And then I think, I don't know, I remember from like a really young age, like we always, when we first became friends, like we all had Monty Python's Big Red Book, which was blue. The cover was blue.
Yep.
And that was like as important to us as like any punk rock record or something. You know what I mean? That was like a very high, that was like just something that was important. It was important to us to aspire to be funny like that.
I always started out getting interested in music, through the Beatles as a kid. But I always remembered and then became crazily into their lore and learning everything about them. The thing I always remember is whenever you ask like George Martin or something, when he first met the Beatles, what grabbed you about them, he never said it was the music. He said it was their sense of humor. And I always thought that's not possible. It must have been the music. And he went, no, the music was okay. It was their sense of humor. And then of course they were integrated. Yeah. It's part of the same, I don't know. It's part of the language of the music is the comedy to me anyway.
No, I agree. And the Beatles were huge Peter Sellers. They were like huge fans of the Goon Show
fans. Yeah.
And that you could see once you kind of like, you geek out enough and you do the nerd searches of the Goon Show and on YouTube and stuff, and you realize like a lot of their humor, they were students of that.
Yeah,
for sure, or contemporaries.